Today is a very important day. We are up against Cagliari of Italy in the Europa Conference second knockout round. Also, we might get ourselves another youth intake, and I've heard rumours that it might be coming home. Hello and welcome back to Building a Nation with Latvia. And before we get too far, I don't like to date my videos, but the day this is coming out, if you're watching it in the future, is the day of the Euro 2020 final where England are going to be playing Italy. Obviously, I'm recording this before because it's coming out before. I don't know what's going to happen, but you know, football, it's a thing, isn't it? Anyway, let's get on with today's episode. We have played a hell of a lot of football in between matches. We've gone through 3 months. So we last met all the way back on the 28th of November. It is now the 6th of March. And yes, we have gone through and played a lot of football. We've beaten Riga. We lost the final Europa Conference League group stage game against Basel, which means they did finish second. We still won the group. We then played a lot of league football. We did lose to Ventspils because of course we did. We can never seem to beat them. We have also lost against Spartaks as well, which you can't see because my face is in the way. But yeah, we've won pretty much everything else. Also a draw against Valmiera. January transfer window was a thing. Let's take a look at this, shall we? We brought in 2 players as well. Viktor's Golubevs has signed from RFS. I looked at him and went, he actually looks pretty good, doesn't he? And normally I wouldn't sign players who are playing also in Latvia, but I just didn't want to pass this opportunity up. He looked like a good player, plus he only had 6 months left on his contract, and I was worried that what would happen is he'd get released and then just disappear off the database. So we kind of picked him up, probably playing a lot of football for us. He's already played 8 times. And we've also bought ourselves a real Latvian striker, 30 years of age now, Valeris Sabala, or maybe Shabala, signed from Alianza in Peru. He got released in Peru. I mean, in game he went to Peru. Starts off, I assume, in Lithuania, goes to Romania, then ended up in Peru. Did alright, played 15 odd games in Peru. Sorry, not 15, 23 games, scoring 11 goals. Not a terrible turnaround. Now making his way back to his native Latvia, signing for us, scoring 3 times in just 4 appearances, and also getting a Man of the Match award as well. Problem with Sabala is we signed him after the Europa Conference League registration, so he can't play against Cagliari. There is a lot going on in this episode, and I'm really sorry. I need to kind of do all the admin stuff at the start. We are also top of the Latvian Higher League once again. 5 points clear of Valmiera. A long, long way clear of Riga and our worst enemy in the shape of Ventspils. Is the title coming back to us? I'm not quite sure, but we're looking pretty good at the moment. We obviously just need to keep winning games. The starting lineup for the Cagliari game. First up, we are away from home. We're going with the 4-2-4. It's going to be Zommers in goal. A back 4 of our usual with Titov, Dow, Vugels and Adjamani. Midfield is going to be our usual pairing. Abdul Samad and Troninkov. Golubevs and Zavs on the wings. Diaby and Taihi will be our strikers for this one. Golubevs, as I mentioned, new signing. He is getting a fair amount of football for us, which is good. I like to play the youngsters, as you can probably tell by the fact that we've got quite a few youngsters. Malcolmians has played a lot of football for us. Miklov's played a lot. Perkons and Kaputsins also played a lot of football. I know, Kaputsins hasn't. Why has Kaputsins not played a lot? I've just moved him to the first team. That's right, he's 16. He might get his debut. Cagliari were the side to knock Riga out. Cagliari were the team, basically, if Riga won, Cagliari wouldn't have even been in this competition. We would have seen Riga. We obviously probably wouldn't be playing Riga because I imagine they would have then got knocked out in the group stages. But yeah, we're doing this for Latvia. That's what we're doing. 2.5 minutes and already a highlight. For some reason the lines are blue. I don't know whether it's kind of half snowing here in Italy. Tripadelli's long ball forward to Simeone. Has to go backwards to Marco Rog. Through ball once again to Simeone. Across to João Pedro. Simeone's there. Hits his effort just wide of Kristaps Zommers' post. First chance goes to the Italians, but it does go wide. Second chance also might be going to the Italians. Carboni is there. And I think that's gone wide. It has gone wide. It wasn't a save from Zommers. It just goes straight wide. This is the problem when we get to this stage of European competition. I'm not expecting to win. Against teams like Basel and FH and Ural, there was a chance that we were going to win those games. And in most cases, we did win those games. Against Cagliari, they are the better side by a fair distance. Taihi's in on goal here, and Taihi should have made it 1-0. Carboni makes sure that goes off for a corner, and probably knocked out a Latvian man in the crowd. It is going to be a corner. David Titov is taking this one. I've changed my corner takers, by the way. Vugels is there. It's a wonderful save as well by Levakovic. It stays 0-0. Yeah, I've changed my corner takers because I realised Abdul Samad actually isn't that great at corners. He just was when we signed him. Marco Rog with a corner for Cagliari. Carboni's there. Frank Dow clears off the line. Please just end the highlight. It's gone back to Marco Rog on the left-hand side into the penalty area. David Titov is there. Rog's effort is blocked by Frank Dow and goes off. We are defending like champions. Rog's corner once again. Marco Rog is doing everything at the moment. Zomas holds on to that João Pedro header, and that is going to be the highlight. Just before half-time, Adjamani has gone and injured himself. So, we are going to have to be doing this then. So, guys, Perkons is going to come on. Vogels is going to move over to left-back. Golubevs is on a 6.2. You're not playing very well. We're going to look at maybe giving you a shouting at half-time, because you need to be doing something. Half-time 0-0 actually isn't awful. We haven't been so hot, but we are away from home. I have just said I'm happy, and then Golubevs, I'm not happy with you. Right, he looks inspired. That's probably all we can do. Do we do that as well? I'm not happy with either of you. I think that's all we're going to do. 2 players on 6.4s and 1 on a 6.2. We are struggling going forward. Defensively, we're doing okay, I guess. Well, something, whatever his name is, I can't pronounce that. There's W's and all sorts in there. Perkons to Frank Dow. Plays it forward to Abdul Samad. 7 minutes into the second half. Golubevs, who's had a little bit of a bollocking at half-time, down the right-hand side. There's 3 in the middle. He's got an option behind him. David Titov is going to pick this ball up. Plays it to Abdul Samad into the penalty area. Taihi is there, but he was well offside. It is going to remain 0-0. Our first chance really goes to Taihi, but he was a fair distance off, I think. Goal is disallowed, as expected. How far off was he? My guess is about 2 or 3 yards. He was a yard off. Right, we need to bring Golubevs off. He's not doing so well. He's not doing well at all. We're going to do that, and then we're going to bring on Romaric Utara up front. So Taihi's moving over to the right wing. Utara is going to be playing as our striker. Utara can't score goals, which is probably a silly reason to bring him on when we need to score a goal, isn't it? Zavs and Diaby also on 6-1s. Are we just not playing well? Is it because of their formation, maybe? So Zavs is going to come off. This is our final sub. We're going to bring on the 16-year-old Kaputsins. But we've not played very well at all going forward. Is it because they're playing 63 defenders? Is that the problem? And one of those defenders has made it 1-0. Has he made it 1-0? Zungu heads the ball in. It was a great header as well. And I'm thinking it is going to be called back. It is called back because of its offside. Got lucky. We got very, very lucky there. But they are playing 6 defenders, 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs and a defensive midfielder. We are hopefully going to get this ball clear. Abdul Samad to Romaric Utara. If he scores now, that will be lovely. Troninkovs to Kapustins. On the left-hand side, the 16-year-old gets past one man. Mazy run from the youngster. He's still going, you know. If this goes in, this could be the greatest ever performance on a debut. He's hit it wide. He saw his name up in lights. Another chance with about 8 minutes left. Marco Rog with the free kick for Cagliari. Towards the back post. It's hit the bar. Vogels has cleared it. Kapustins can get that ball upfield further. Utara's not going to get on the end of it. Just end the highlight here, please. End the highlight here unless we steal the ball away. Thank you. They've changed to a 4-3-3. They are trying to find themselves a winner. We are not doing very well at all. Oh, please be the winner for us. Kapustins with the ball, edge of the penalty area, back to Troninkovs. He needs somebody. That's not what we need. That is not what we need from the big Latvian. Pedro finds Zachariasen, plays that ball through to Marco Rog. He's deserved a goal all game and he gets it right at the end of the match. We held on. We held on for so long. And a misplaced pass again from Troninkovs this time. We're going to lose against Cagliari in Italy. We are still... It's only 1 goal. It's not terrible, but it's only 1 goal. I am going to shout at the team. Because match ratings-wise, our best performer was David Titov on a 7-2. Everyone else was on a 6-4, 6-5 or less for the most part. Thrash Arms, I am far from pleased. People were motivated. Then we are going to pick on players who got under a 6-3, which is strangely a lot of people. So we're going to shout at you and I'm furious with all of you. Youthful Skinnz Academy comes unstuck. Adjamani is injured for 6 to 7 weeks. That's bad. And his backup is out for 5 to 9 days. We've got no backup left back. And Romaric Utara hasn't scored in 12 games. He scored 1 goal for us. I am going to criticise your recent form. I'm going to point my finger and I'm going to say you need to score. You need to. There we go. I'm on it. Score some goals, Romerick. Right, because obviously that was a defeat. It means coefficients haven't changed at all because we lost against Basel as well in the final group stage game. We didn't get any points for that. We're now going to go forward to the second leg. We might get our youth intake at some point as well, so we might be back just in time for that as well. Before we've even played the match against Noah Jamala, we do have our youth intake. I have literally just seen this. We've got 2 players who I reckon could be getting a start before the end of the season. We're just going to jump straight in. Maxims Baranovs is the first up, and he does look pretty good. He doesn't look amazing, but he looks pretty good. I'm happy with Maxim. Let's put a star next to his name so we know he might be good. Andris Moros, sure. Next up, he looks worse than he is, I think. Lots of 8s, 9s, or 7, 8s and 9s in his technical ability, his mental attributes. Physically, lots of 11s and 12s in there. So I think Moros is very good. I think he's very good. What's his tackling like? He might be getting a debut. Right, we'll put a star next to you. I'm wondering whether we change him to a left back, basically, is what I'm thinking. He can't defend, but he might work. Edgars Vasiliev is next up. Again, he doesn't look amazing, but he doesn't look terrible. 3.5 star potential ability. We'll put a star. We've got ourselves another Vogels. Is he any relation? No, he's not. He might be alright. I'm going to put a star next to you, but this one's tentative. We're almost at the bottom of the list, and Nikita Poulis. No relation to Tony, I assume. Nope, not even part English. So we're going to put one next to you, but he doesn't look great. 2-star potential ability, 0.5 star current ability. I'm doing this based on mental attributes. Determination of 12 isn't great. 19 teamwork and 16 work rate, however, I think that is very, very good. And he doesn't look, shape-wise, we're looking at here, he doesn't look like a bad shape. So Nikita Poulis is also one of the few players who's getting a star next to their name. And that is it. We didn't get a golden generation. This is the first season where we haven't had a golden generation come in, which arguably is a good thing. It doesn't mean this is bad, it just means that our team is getting better. That's kind of the hopes and expectations here. They have said this man. What's the mentality for him? Okay, fair enough. But yeah, we've got 5 maybe that might be good. Right, let's go back and play at Cagliari for the second time this episode. Obviously, Noah Jamala first. Cagliari Part 2 then in Latvia this time around. We played Noah Jamala. We beat them 1-0. It wasn't the most exciting, and our new signing, who obviously can't play in the Europa League, scored the goal. We are going for a slightly changed formation. We're going for the 4-2-3-1 Gegenpress because it didn't work with a 4-2-4, so we're trying to change things up a little bit. It will be Zommers in goal, Titov, Dow, Troninkovs and Juris Lysands at the back today. Troninkovs comes in because Vogels is not only injured, he's also suspended for this one. Abdul Samed and Sergei's Kauner in the middle, with Taihi, Mikolov and Zavs as the attacking midfielders, with Abdul Karim Diaby as our striker. Diaby has scored 33 goals this season. Gorks has 14. Taihi has 19. 2 of them were on camera, as far as I remember. He's not done very well when he's played on camera. Off camera, he's an absolute beast. Being only 1-0 down and playing at home isn't terrible. Obviously, we need to score a goal, but being at home, we should be confident of doing that. Again, Cagliari are going for the most Italian formation that you can find, which is every player on defensive duty apart from 2 strikers, which is going to be a struggle again for our attacking midfielders and wingers and all sorts of stuff like that to try and break them down. We are already 25 minutes in and nothing at all. If this is how we go out of the Europa Conference League, I mean, it's not unexpected, but it's quite disappointing, isn't it? We've got a corner, David Titov to take. It's Sergei's Kauner, and that is what we need. The young Latvian midfielder makes it 1-1 on aggregate. We are back into this tie. I mean, literally nothing. Nothing has happened all game apart from that one corner, and we have taken the lead from it. Marco Rog with a corner for Cagliari. Don't you be scoring. Abdul Samed clears. João Pedro's going to collect this one. We are, 30 seconds away from the half-time whistle being blown. Tripadelli on the left-hand side, and Taihi has just pushed him over. It said it was harsh. We're going to have some VAR. Is it a penalty? I don't want it. Don't be a penalty. I know Zommers is actually alright at saving them. He's done that a few times. It is a penalty. Taihi might have just cost us this, because if they score, we now need to score twice. We need to win 3-1 on the night to go through. This is an away goal. It is Simeone stepping up against Kristaps Zommers. He sent him the wrong way. It is 1-1, and that is a horrible way to go into half-time. Literally the last kick of the half, that was. There was no more football at all after that penalty went in. I am far from pleased. I am far from pleased. I'm furious with you. I am furious. In fact, I want you off the pitch because I'm going to do something I'm going to regret at some point. We're going to do Richie Ennin. Sure, you can play on the right-hand side today. Second half, then, we need to score twice. We need to score twice. We've taken off. I mentioned this at the start, didn't I? That Taihi has been rubbish on camera. He's just proved a point there. 63rd minute, and okay, I thought that was just going to go straight to the Simeone. Zommers picks it up. Troninkov's the midfielder playing as a defender today. Juris Lysands has not played a lot of football for us recently because, let's face it, he's not very good. Simeone's in on goal again, and this time puts it just wide of Zommers' post. Still 1-1. Maybe we just start to look for coefficient points. Maybe that's what we need to try and work out, because a draw, we get coefficient points. A 2-1 win, we get coefficient points. Zavs is going to be coming off. Juris Kramens is coming on. Troninkov's onto the left wing. Diaby also coming off for Oleg's Gorks. That is all of our changes. We need goals. We need to get goals, so bringing on Gorks, maybe that's going to be good enough for us. We've arguably been the better side. We've had 10 shots, but only 3 of them on target. Maris Mikolov with a corner for us. Back post, it's headed over the bar by Kramens. It's going to be a goal kick. That could have been a chance for the youngster to score his first goal. Maybe. He might have scored for us already. It is going to be a draw on the night then. A 2-1 defeat on aggregate. Quite an anticlimactic way to go out of the Europa Conference League. But I guess coefficient points. So all the Latvian sides now out of European competition. It means we'll have a check. We will take a look to see how we're doing coefficient-wise and see where we're going to start next season. So currently 30th. We got 5 points. Our biggest ever season in Europe. We end up with 5 points, 17.875 for next season. Where is that going to put us? 25th? 26th. I think that's 26th we are going to go. Sweden are just ahead of us. Not even by a lot either. Not even by a lot at all. So we have climbed a long, long way. A very long way. So 26th place next season. What does that mean? We're going to be where Israel are. 3 teams in qualifying 2. So we have gone up from where we currently are, which is 2 teams in qualifying 2 and 1 in qualifying 1, to 3 teams straight into qualifying 2, which might actually not be a good thing, because it means they might just get knocked out straight away rather than playing some garbage from Malta or Andorra or something like that, and they actually have to play somebody half decent and get knocked out. We'll find out next season. So, with Europe done, I guess that means next episode will be the final episode of Season 5, which will most likely be a Winter Cup semi-final, a Cup semi-final, maybe even a league winning match as well. I'll keep an eye on it, so I don't know when the next episode is going to be, but that is going to do it for this one. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2021 Building a Nation with Latvia. If you did enjoy, do please remember you can hit the like button, you can hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel as well. It does help me out. Stick a comment down below, which helps out with the whole YouTube algorithm nonsense as well. I'll see you next time, where hopefully we're going to be winning 3 trophies. I said that last year, didn't I? Also, tonight, hopefully, England are going to win a trophy too. Thanks for watching. See you next time.